Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Help promote and make up my channel. Fake good one here, and eventually we will help me to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I would greatly appreciate it. So we're here to review The Last of Us, Episode 3, a spoiler review. I'm a big fan of survival horror. Bet this wasn't a game I played. After each episode, I'll watch some of the walkthrough to make comparisons to the source material. So far, this show has been somewhat compelling. First episode was the most compelling when everything went to hell. As I said, this is going to be a spoiler review. Now, everywhere I look on the internet, people are praising this episode, so I guess this is going to be a hot take, a controversial take, is what it is. The Last of Us, Episode 3, spoiler review. Ready or not, this episode is an overrated disappointment of surprise butt sex. So episode 3, it's well acted, produced, written, even romantic and heartfelt in its own cringe way. Let's be real, two grown manly men kissing and getting naked and on top of each other.
Hey, Simon, do you remember the good old days when you were gay? Boink.
No! That's cringe to me. I'm not going to pretend it's not. But it's also a solid story or episode. Had it been of a different TV show or of an isolated thing, not this show, this is just straight up filler episode for this show. It's a filler episode entirely. Instead of Joel and Ellie butting heads and bonding, now that Tess is out of the way, what I was looking forward to, we get an entire episode that doesn't focus on our two leads. It's a dedicated episode to two characters that are dead by the time our two characters, our two leads, get to them in present day. And in a massive departure from the game. It only forwards the plot by Joel inheriting their belongings once he arrives. Joel and Ellie feel like they're barely in the episode. And since the first episode, Joel as a character just feels like an average supporting cast character of a large ensemble cast. It doesn't feel like he's a lead. It doesn't even feel like Ellie's a lead. We're 3 episodes in. I don't feel like either of these characters are the leads in this show. It's strange feeling. Joel explains to Ellie about the world, how the world fell in here, and how people were slaughtered when there were no more room in quarantine zones. And then there's that don't blame me for Tessa's death until she's mentioned in the letter later, saying keep her safe, which is sad because obviously he didn't keep her safe. She's dead, and that's very well conveyed. But unlike the other episodes, this one's kind of opposite of the other episodes. They start with flashbacks. This one starts in the present, then spends most of the episode in a flashback about Bill and Frank, who again are dead by the time they get there, so it doesn't really add much, whereas it could have. They're both interesting characters in their own way. I enjoyed the scenes of Bill securing his entire town, traps, generators, supplies, all that relatively fast. You don't usually see that in an apocalypse show or a zombie movie or anything like that. Then a gay guy conveniently stumbles in another gay guy's trap.
We're waiting with anticipation for that ass pounding.
A minority of the population in a world where gay people are 2% of the population, and the entire population has been reduced to 2%. One gay man falls into another gay man's hole. The Last of Us. I enjoyed Frank's reactions, though, to the hot shower, the wine, the food. All believable. Dude lit up like a Christmas tree, and that was great to see. But then they start playing the piano, and I'm like, no, man, don't lower your guard. I'll get you. But I never expected. Surprise! Butt sex! Oh, you.
If your sword crosses my sword, I am out of here.
I never expected that. Then the scenes just made me cringe. The making out, and then the bedroom stuff, and staying for a few days turns into the entire episode following the years of romance, their relationship. And while it has the perfect conclusion to the romance,
Dude, could you be more gay?
as an episode of the series, what we've gotten so far, this doesn't give real character development to Ellie, Joel, doesn't serve their progression outside of I inherit their stuff, which could have been done, could have been achieved in shorter time with Joel and Ellie bonding to each other and to the audience, bonding more with them. I get that this was to say there's hope, that you can have a fulfilling life still, but again, and there's things to live for, but again, you can still have, there are just other ways to do this that involves the audience spending more time with Joel and Ellie, and Joel and Ellie developing a bond between each other. There's a number of things wrong with this episode too. Wall full of guns, plenty of ammo, Joel's leaving it all behind. Really, in an apocalypse, guns and ammo, that kind of currency, wow. Then there's, why didn't Joel and Tess want to live in this neighborhood with Bill and Frank? They could have convinced Frank, considering the type of character Frank is that wants friends. They could have lived in this town with them. Frank could have talked Bill into it, because Frank has the ability to talk somebody like Bill into that. That's obvious from the way things play out over the episode. And one raider attack happens in all the years shown. I find that hard to believe. I find it hard to buy into that reality. This episode was well acted, well directed, well written. I mean, that filler is filler. Let's not kid ourselves. Filler is filler. Just because it's well done filler doesn't mean it's not filler. Filler is filler. And I can't help but think of that scene from Dodgeball where he's throwing wrenches at them. And that one guy says, "Is this necessary?" Then he says, "Necessary? Is it necessary for me to drink my own urine? No, but it's sterile. I like the taste." I hope you enjoyed the episode more than me. Stay awesome. Rock on.